Hi, welcome to the Basic Stitch Knitting Podcast, episode 22. I am Celine, coming to you from Hong Kong. I'm your host, and this is a podcast about my knitting journal, what I've been knitting, and what I think about certain projects, a patterns, a yarn, etc., etc. And first of all, hello, and I miss you guys. It has been forever since I last recorded. A lot of things has happened since then, and actually a lot of things has happened that caused me to stop recording for a long time. But I'm glad that things are looking way better now. Basically it has to do with like job hunt, it has to do with, you know, like personal relationships, that kind of thing. I don't know, I just didn't feel like knitting for a long time, so I definitely did not have any content for the podcast. Like, no purchase at all, I think, like no yarn related purchase, I think, except a project bag that I'm going to show you later. And then just basically I might just knit like a row in a few days. I just didn't have the people say it's like knitting mojo, but to me it's like greater than knitting mojo. It's not something that can just be brushed away by saying, oh, my knitting mojo was away. And people might say, oh, because it's like really hot in Hong Kong, that might be the reason. I'm not sure. My heart was just not in it, and there were times I feel a little bit like betrayal. I mean, like, I felt like I betrayed the art, the craft, by not doing it. And then there was self-doubt, because I have always in my life been a person who cannot focus or stay with a hobby or a passion for like a long time. So I thought maybe that was it. Like, I thought knitting was the thing for me. Maybe that was it. You know, like a lot of self-doubt like that. But you know, as things are looking better now, I feel like maybe it wasn't it yet, and I do feel like knitting again. And yesterday or 2 days ago, I was actually looking at patterns on Ravelry and actually felt like there was something I wanted to knit again. It is a really refreshing feeling, because I used to look at Ravelry every day and there were like so many patterns I want to knit, and then there were like yarns I want to touch, and then I want to like combine or like pair this pattern with this color and this yarn, like a lot of things going on in mind all the time. But for a long time, like since March or even a little bit earlier than that, I was like, you know, I don't feel anything about the patterns. I don't think it's because the patterns are not attractive. It's just that my heart was closed, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think I'm like ready to talk about, you know, like the detail about things, about what I felt about my relationship with knitting. That could be done next time when I felt like it's ready. I mean, it's time for me. But yeah. I just started this episode by rambling a lot. I hope you understand that it's been like, I don't know, 4 months since I last recorded. So I might be rambling a bit, and I didn't even have a note, because I feel like if I actually type a note, this will sound too serious for me, and I might want to just, you know, procrastinate doing it for a bit, because I've just lost that inertia or momentum to keep doing something. I'm not even sure if you understand what I'm saying, but again, if you're like new to this podcast, thank you for giving this podcast a chance. And I haven't been recording for 4 months, so the last episode would be 4 months ago in March, I think. But don't worry, because if you watch it, like, there wouldn't be a break or like you feel like you're missing out or something like that, because I haven't been knitting a lot new things since then, okay? And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for clicking in. And if you're like one of those people who see like the notification pop up and be like, yay, Celine's back, I mean, like, thank you so much. I mean, I really hope that you feel like that. I'm not sure if that's too self-indulgent to think that But yeah, I haven't been on Ravelry for a long time. I am OCHYA on Ravelry, and I'm trying to be more active there now, in a sense, like be there, because I used to be on there every single day, but it has been a while, and I'm sorry if you're one of those people who send messages to me and say, like, you know, ask me about my podcast, when I'm going to record my next podcast. Thank you so much, and it really makes me feel good that, you know, like, some people actually think my podcast is bringing something to the table, because that's actually one of the feelings that I've had for the longest time. Like, I don't think I'm bringing new stuff or anything, like, to the podcasting world, actually, although I'm recording. But, you know, at the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe that's fine, you know, recording is creative. I'm creating something and putting out into the world, and that should be good enough. And if I have the capacity to do more, you know, to create more, I'll show that to you. Okay, so, you know, like, during this period of time, like 4 months, there's a lot of, like, thoughts coming back and forth, but it's fine, it's okay, like, because I'm usually not the kind of person who just dig deep and then be really sad. Usually not. I mean, I try my best not to be like that, you know, to be okay with things, okay? Like, even when I said I felt like I betrayed the craft, I still told myself it's okay. You know, life happens, people change, you know, it's okay. There's so many more podcasts out there. You know, that's what I told myself. So, yeah, thank you. And, introduce. Again, my name is CELINE, right? I am Ochia on Ravelry, OCHYA, and on Instagram, I am basic.stitch.knitting. I think that's it. We have a group on Ravelry as well. You can just search Basic Stitch Knitting Podcast. I think that's it. Yeah, I will put all the information in the down bar, so don't worry. And let's just jump into the first thing, which will be a giveaway. I mean, I thought about doing the giveaway at the back, but I just feel guilty, because this thing that I'm going to give away is actually given to me a while ago when I bought some project bags from her. And, well, she's my favorite project bag maker, by the way. I'm pretty sure you will know who I'm referring to. And I was like, sorry, thank you so much, but I am not really recording recently. And she's like, totally fine, cool, like, don't worry. But yeah, I'm just going to show you. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my god. Okay, so this is a project bag by CELINE. And then I think this pattern, like this fabric, right, it has two color, like one with cream background and another is this like robin egg, I believe. I really want to show you how pretty it is. I actually have a bag from her before that I really love, and I was like, you know, I put like approximately 3 projects in it. It's holding projects that I'm not actively working on right now, because it's just really sturdy. And yeah, and can you see? I just love robin egg. It's just like the prettiest shade of blue. I mean, I don't necessarily wear this color. Can I wear it? I don't know, but I just love it. Oh my god, they look so similar, right? But they're not similar. I mean, they're not the same. This one has flower on it, and this one is like just, I mean, bird and flower. And yeah, so this is my drawstring bag that I bought from Monique, who is the maker behind Rosier by Lily. And this one is one that with a zip. I actually thought I wouldn't like, you know, a bag with a zip, because it always feels weird. What if it got caught at the zipper? But I actually tried a little bit, like putting yarn in it, like knit from it, and no problem with it. So and I really love it. Look at that. It's like the hidden zipper, that kind of thing. And it looks like this inside, just cream color, so like double layered. And I'm not sure if this is common, like because I haven't really bought a lot of project bags before. Like, is it common for people to use like hidden invisible zipper like this? Because it actually, when it arrives, it just looks so sleek to me, so elegant, so minimalistic. It's almost like a pillowcase for, you know, cushion or something like that. And at the bottom, it's this. So she used different fabric for the bottom. A lot of work goes into this, and a lot of thoughts go into the project bag. So she has a tag here of saying Rosea by Lily, and then there's this thing where you can just hang on things, okay? And it's quite lightweight, okay? Like, when I have this one, I really love it. It's like really sturdy and really like, yeah, just sturdy. But the downside to it is it can get a little bit heavy, right? But this one is not heavy at all, and I think the size is similar, okay? And I actually have bought another bag from Rosea by Lily. She was doing a sale, and then basically if you buy more than 2 bags, 2 or more, then you can enjoy free international shipping. So me and my friend chose one for ourselves, and this is what I chose. Look at that. Ugh, so cute. It's like foxies. Okay, and it's like, it's cute in the way, like, I didn't notice it when I was looking online. They go different directions. So basically, it's kind of no, not really. It's not really reversible. Oh yeah, it is. Right? Yeah. Okay. And this one inside, I think it's a kind of, this is like a linen cloth. I'm not sure if you can see. Sorry, I haven't been like focusing because I haven't been recording for a long time. Okay, linen. And this one, I don't remember. It's like cotton calico or whatever. I'm not a sewist. I don't know anything about fabric. Basically, you can just like, yeah. This is a drawstring bag, and then when you're knitting, you can just like fold it down like this. Yeah. And this is really lightweight, like compared to this. So if weight is a concern, I think when you buy from Monique, you can tell her, and maybe you can ask her about the weight, whether, you know, it's lighter kind of fabric or thicker kind of fabric. This one stays at home all the time, and this one is my like travel bag. It's just really light. It weighs nothing, and it comes with, of course, a pouch, but I'm not really using it right now. And even the pouch for my other bag, I mainly use it for coins and money, even, and credit cards. I use it as my wallet, actually. So yeah. So yes, sorry, itchy nose. How can you get this one? First of all, I actually don't know. I think maybe I can do the same thing. You can just enter and type, "Thank you, Rosea by Lily." Okay, enter, "Thank you, Rosea by Lily," and then as long as you type that along with your comments, or you can just type that, and then you will be entered into the giveaway contest. Okay. And also, like, I will put her Etsy shop address down in the down bar, and just really go check her out. And remember to follow her on Instagram. I think she's Rosea by Lily on Instagram too, because she kind of has a lot of like good deals from time to time. So because she likes to celebrate and share all the goodness with you all. So remember to follow her on Instagram. It's like the best decision ever, okay? Next, let's talk about what I've been knitting, and I actually have one finished object. I totally wasn't expecting that. I have finished my Zweig sweater, and this is how it looks. Okay. If the weather permits, I would actually want to try on. Maybe I will try on later. But right now, I don't really feel like doing it. Okay. So the yarn, the pattern is Zweig, the famous Zweig sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And the yarn I used is, this one is a pink yarn by Tammy Wee Colors. I don't think she has a colorway for it, like a name for it. And then the green bit is this. It's Host Garn. Is it focusing? I hope so. And the color, it's Host Garn Super Soft. The colorway is Moreland. Okay. And this is it. This is what I have left. So basically, when I was knitting this halfway here, I realized I lost a skein of Host yarn, like this one. I probably lost it when I was out in the street. I did not know, I have no recollection at all where it went. I mean, if I knew, I could have just got it back, but yeah. And then I was like, I'm not even sure if I have an extra skein, like the fourth skein. I think it's a fourth skein. And then I wasn't even sure if I could finish the project using this yarn that I have. So like that kind of mental block was like there. Like I didn't want to keep knitting because I didn't want to face the end of the project where I would run out of yarn, okay? But at some point I just decided to bite a bullet and just continue. I've been holding the sleeves with waste yarn forever, and then one day I decided to just knit it. And I'm going to knit not the full length. It looks a little bit wonky here, that's fine. I think this is like a little bit lower than my elbow. Yeah, it's around here. And I actually like the length. And this pattern, I mean, this sweater that I knit is kinda holy anyway, can you see? Because the gauge wasn't really right. Because like Host Garn is actually thinner than a regular fingering weight, and I don't think it actually blooms that miraculously after knitting. And I knit using the original needle size suggested by the pattern, which is 3.75. So it creates these kind of things. So I don't think this sweater will be extremely warm. So maybe then it's like one of those projects where a quarter length or a mid sleeves would be appropriate. Okay, and in that way, like if I actually need, like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I wouldn't run out of yarn if I knit a shorter sleeves. But actually I did run out, but it's fine because I found an extra skein at home. It turned out I actually bought like 4 skeins of yarn, like of this colorway. So yay! It's like I went through stages where there are like problems for every single project of mine, and then something just happened and it got soft and I could, you know, work on it again. This is one of the projects that's like that. Okay, just blocked it recently, and it like looks a little bit wonky here as well because I probably didn't block this part. But I think it's fine. Okay, so that is my first finished object. Oh, I knit this. Can you see there's like some X, like crosses patterns there, right? Focus. Ooh, yeah, I love my face. Okay, and then here I didn't knit it because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered. Okay, so that's my first project, finished project, only finished project actually. Oh my god, the water gets turbid immediately when you see that. And I actually have washed like half of the sweater before. So this is purely from like the sleeves, I think. So it's a 5th or 6th round of rinsing, but the water is still not exactly clear, but I think it's fine. I'm going to pour out these water and then this water, and then I'm going to add my Lᵒᵛᵉᵧ lavender into it. And then the next project I am actively working on is my CELINE shawl. Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. Oh my god, then I can't really show you properly. My CELINE shawl, this is designed by Ines Sang, and she is Yumirumi Knit on Instagram. I really want to be careful not to slip the stitches out. And I don't know how to show you the pattern like this shawl. Okay, like this. Yes. Isn't it beautiful? This is my original entry for my own KEL, like More Than Fingering knit along, which is a knit along that encourages people to knit a shawl that uses or designed having in mind a yarn that is heavier than fingering weight yarn, you know, like DK weight, sport weight, or even like chunky. And this shawl was designed using a DK yarn. I made a swatch and I decided I'm just going to use fingering weight yarn for that. Yeah. Actually, it has been too long ago. I didn't remember every single thing relating to my decision. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about pairing this up with a mohair yarn, but I decided against it because the mohair yarn, like the 8 skeins of mohair yarn from Drops, I think it's called Kit Silk, whatever, I don't remember. I'll just write it down. The color is a huge contrast to this. I thought it would look good because gray with a type of like blue, foamy blue, it will look good. I thought the blue will be just really like toned down, but turned out it produces a really marled effect that I wasn't looking for. I guess it produced the marled effect because the colors were just not two complements with each other. I'm not sure. Anyway, I decided that if I'm going to knit a shawl that I would definitely wear, the blue has to go away. So this is my Frozen Harbor shawl. It might look different from a Frozen Harbor shawl you usually see, and it's not intended. Basically, between all these ridges, right, there are like a certain repeat of stockinette stitch. But for some reason, I forgot. Like I just missed like one repeat of it, like, you know, one purl row and one knit row, so they are like so close to each other, and it was a pain in the dude for me because I didn't really like the knitting the ridge at the beginning, okay, because I wasn't, you know, I haven't got the nick of it, so the knack of it, I don't know, nick of it. So anyway, so I didn't like knitting. Every time when it's the ridge, I'm like, okay. And one day I realized, for some reason, I looked at the pattern, I realized I missed a row, like 2 rows. It could be like further away, and I decided, damn it. I decided, okay, I'm just going to to do the proper way, okay? So you might see like a fade, a gradient, okay, whatever it's called, but there isn't. There's just like an abrupt decision between here to here. Okay. And if I get even lazier and the shawl wasn't like growing like crazy, I will do 2 more rows to just make my life easier, okay? And I think this is really, really beautiful. The yarn I'm using is Drops Flora, and it's a mixed gray. Okay. It's here. I totally wouldn't rewind it. Like, I don't care, okay? So this, I just knit it from the skein like this. And then there will be a lot of like, maybe you will be interested in what's in here, or maybe you're not, but whatever. I'm just going to increase the length of this video by putting things in. The first thing is Belgrade Hab, and I still got this much left, and it's really not that far off from ending it, but lazy. Because I was really looking for an object, a project that I didn't have to pay attention to, didn't have to look at the pattern when I'm knitting, so this will definitely and logically be on hold. My United Leeds shawl. And then another thing that's here is my cardigan for my aunt, using Cascade shawl, Cascade 220 shawl, our yarn. Okay, I don't even know what this is now. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. I faced a problem there, and I didn't know how to solve it. And I know the easy way to solve it is to just ask the designer, or just ask in a forum. But I don't know why I didn't do it. And I forgot the problem. I forgot the question, and I don't even have the printed pattern with me now. So I will need an even better state of mind before I will continue on this project. Okay, my aunt will need this whenever she's in Australia, because she lives between Malaysia and Australia. In Australia, it's gonna be like really hot soon, so it can wait. The project can wait. Okay, that's it for today, and I really hope you enjoyed the relatively short video, and it's a warming up to me, and I hope I can get into the knitting and recording mojo again. Getting into the mojo, I mean, like, to have the mojo back to me, even though I don't think it has to do with mojo, but whatever. What is a mojo, by the way? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon, and hope you have a nice day. Bye bye. Cotton everywhere.